Hey guys, Tom here, I hope you're well. Here today doing a review of the Ninja 1000 SX. This bike's been kindly lent to me by the guys at Laguna Motorcycles in Maidstone. So if there's a bike you're interested in, please do give them a shout. So I've been very excited about having a ride of this bike because I really did love the model last year, the Z1000 SX. And the only improvements that I felt really needed to be made to the bike were, some additions of new tech, such as cruise control, which is now on this model. And then the only other thing was I felt the front end felt a little bit light when I rode it last year. I'll put a link up to my video from last year, and they have changed the geometry a bit of the front end. I don't know the full details, what magic they've done, but it is feeling a little bit better already. Other visual differences, because pretty much most of the bike looks the same. The main visual difference though is going to be the exhaust. Last year we had those that twin double exhaust, so we had exhaust on both sides. We've now got just the single exhaust on one side, which I preferred the look of it last year. I know a lot of people didn't and were unsure about it, but I thought it looked wicked last year, and that I just don't think looks very nice at all. But you can change that. That's not a problem at all. In terms of colours of the bike, we've got this colour here, which is like this black and grey with the green highlights on it, which I think looks really quite cool. Then you've also got an option for the Kawasaki green, which was the same as last year, and then there's also a white one as well. I'm not particularly keen on the white one, but yeah, I think a great looking bike. As standard, this comes in at $10.99. Then if you want it in this colour, it's an extra 200 quid. If you want the Tourer mode, or Tourer version, which comes with the really nice panniers that go on the back, that's an extra grand. If you want the performance edition, which the main thing being an extra an accurate exhaust on the back, I think that's an extra grand as well. I think the Tourer pack, definitely I would have that. The performance pack though, I wouldn't bother. I would just get my own exhaust for it, because also if you get the Tourer pack, the performance pack, when they put an exhaust on it, the Acura, they do it so that you can't remove the baffle. Now, even if you're someone who is always going to have the baffle in, I think it's just nice to have the option to take the baffle out, which is why I would go with that. So in terms of tech, I've mentioned some new tech for this year. Yeah, we've got a TFT screen, I'll show you in a second. We've then got a quick shifter up and down, which works okay from what we're finding so far. You need to have the throttle open for it to be working. If the throttle's not open a lot, then it's you've got to give it a bit of a hard kick to go in, but still great to have. I don't think it was really needed, but it's always lovely to have one. Cruise control, yeah, that's a big one. We've then got different rider modes as well. I think there's 4 different rider modes: range, road, rain, sport, and then a customized one, a rider mode that you can do. So if we look at the TFT, it's a lovely, very clean TFT. We've also got this lean angle on here as well, which I don't know how I feel about that, because I'm already looking at it going around bends rather than looking at the bend thinking, let's get to the far corner, let's get to the end. Now, I've been up to the red a couple of times, but yeah, I might have to turn that off because it's a little bit distracting. I'm in road mode at the moment, but we're going to stick it into sport mode shortly, I think. But let's start her up so you can hear how she sounds. I'm in neutral. So this is the stock exhaust. I'll give it a little rev. I mean, sounds okay, I think, but I would change that straight away. More for the looks of the exhaust than the sound on this option, just because, yeah, I don't like the look of that. In terms of other specifics, it's very similar to last year. It's 140 brake horsepower. I think it was 111 Newton meters of torque. The torque comes in a little bit later, that peak, it was at 8k. Last year I think it was about 7,200 RPM, and the 140 brake horsepower is at 10k. What else was there? They've changed the tyres as well on the front end. These are Bridgestone S22s. Last year we had the Bridgestone Battle Axe, what was it, S20s. Seat height on this 835 millimeters, which I believe was the same as last year as well. And wet weight, you're looking at 235 kilograms, 19 litre fuel tank. Range is about 200 miles, which I think for a sports tourer, yeah, that's okay. Really, I'm quite happy with that. One thing that people do talk about is you can't have the panniers on this and a top box. However, why would you put a top box on this bike? I wouldn't. I think it just ruins the look completely. I think the panniers look fantastic on this bike. I'd have them on there all the time. And yeah, if you're going up touring for a long distance, it's going to be maybe a little bit of a struggle with the with how much you can pack. You know, if you have another half, the other half doesn't pack lightly. But if it's just yourself, you know, come on, 2 panniers should be more than enough. One thing this doesn't have, by the way, I've just thought, we don't have a center stand, which, you know, that's a shame, really. It would have been nice if they could have got a center stand in here, but you know, it's one of those things. So yeah, there it is. I'm going to jump back on and continue the ride, and I hope you enjoy it. But I mean, just look at how gorgeous this bike is from every angle. I really do love it. It is a proper good looker. Anyway, cheers. Okay, so here on the Ninja 1000 SX. A very lovely day for it as well. Been excited about getting out on this bike for a while. So we're going to do a real life test route. Got a little bit of town here that we're going to go through, and we're then going to get out into the countryside for some different roads. We'll do a bit of filtering. Can we filter through here? Yes, we can a little bit, but not all the way to the front. Come on, a bit more filtering now. There we go. Filter's nice, actually. I always find, I mean, when I took the bike out last year, the Z1000 SX, I was a little bit nervous about filtering with the mirrors in terms of how far out they seem to go. But we're okay at the moment. Got a bit of space. Seem to have a bit of presence as well. People seem to be responding to us, even though that exhaust isn't particularly loud. Yeah, so yeah, filter's okay, absolutely fine on the filtering side of things. In terms of the rest, what's going on? So we've got our TFT screen here, very clear and visible. It's got a little lean angle indicator here. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I've already noticed straight away, I'm looking at it going around bends thinking, oh, let's lean a bit more, let's lean a bit more, get it into the red, get it into the red. I've had a smidgen of the red when the bar comes over when I was going around a bend at the start. I don't want to get too carried away with that though, because I know what I'm like, and I would just keep pushing myself to get further and further into the red. So yeah, not sure about that. We've got it in road mode currently. I'm definitely going to be sticking it into sport mode. I'll probably do that sooner rather than later, because yeah, why not. In terms of my seating position, so I am leant forward ever so slightly. It's not a lot at all. I can be up straight if I want to. It doesn't feel like this is going to be a position which causes me issues or any pains. I think this is very comfy. There is a quick shifter which I'm using a bit. I found it it works better when the revs are higher. Low revs, I mean, it's the same with most quick shifters I found. You know, if the revs aren't high enough, then it's not as good. So just something to be aware of and get used to. It's also a down quick shifter as well, which is good. Okay, chance for some speed. Still in road mode. Whew. Well, that's nice, isn't it? The front end really does feel a lot better than it did last year. Surprising. This guy is driving very, very slow. Let's pass him. Brakes are nice. Good feedback off them. Road surface not particularly great here. Some dirt on the road. We've got potholes as well. There's something we've got to be cautious about. It feels stable though. It feels more stable than it did last year. Last year it just didn't feel planted on the road, is what I felt. I'd ridden it right after I'd ridden the Street Triple RS, which is a very planted feeling bike. So there is that to factor in. Though I also rode the Street Triple RS a couple of weeks ago, the new one, and this, oh, bit of gravel there, put the back end out a little bit. The back end does feel a little bit light. It's weird, I can't describe it. I was trying to think about it when I was going over. So last year the front end felt a little bit light, which that's kind of been resolved now. It does feel more planted. But I was thinking the back end feels a little bit, I don't know what it is. Maybe I've got the preload adjusted wrong on this. Right, I'm going to pull over and change the preload because I feel like I'm just not quite right on this. Well, I've adjusted the preload. It feels a bit better. I can't quite just work out what it was. It didn't seem like there was a lot of preload on already. But I wonder if it naturally it's used to a bit more weight on the back just with the panniers, I suppose. So maybe that's a factor. I don't know. I wonder if any other reviewers have the same feedback. I always wonder what others say, whether I say the same sort of stuff or whether we say different things. Bit naughty there, but there we go. We could have stopped if we needed to. So yeah, does feel better. I've stuck it in sport mode as well now. So I think I'd always have it in sport mode personally. I think bikes generally are always better in sport mode, apart from if you ride it in the snow, when you shouldn't ride it in the snow anyway. So there we go. Okay, chance to get up to speed. Jesus Christ! Oh, well, that was a bit of fun. Had to really keep the front end down then. Ooh, great power. as one would expect from this bike anyway. Yeah, I mean, that is up to speed very quickly. I mean, I think I was up to 70 in second gear, which, yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, this bike has got ample power for anything you want to do with it day to day. I think that's what I liked about this bike when I took it out last time. I saw it as the sort of bike, if you're going to have one bike, you know, this falls into that category of one bike that would work for you. You know, if you like a sporty looking bike, this falls into the category. If you're not going to be doing off-road stuff and everything like that, you know, this does a lot for you. If you're going to be doing sport touring, but not massive sport touring in terms of really long distances where you're going to want loads of luggage and you're going to have the other half on the back, then yeah, this is a great option. And you're going to be able to take it to track days and have fun on weekends and use it for day-to-day stuff. I mean, it is really good, really good, and so stable. I mean, look at that there, you know, stable as anything. Let's just drop gear a little bit, you know, stable. Look, mum, no hands. I mean, stable as anything, no problems. Let's let that guy go as we're messing around a little bit. Right, country section where I'll be quiet and let you experience the ride. Let's have a quick go on cruise control. Not quite on the right roads for it, but let's get around this bend. let's set it at 50. So press that button to turn it on, and then set. So we've set at 37 there, and then up, down with this button. It's nice, absolutely fine. Look, Mum, no hands again. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for doing that. She'll tell me off later. Right, and then to turn it off, just press the button, and then it comes off. Lovely. Okay, quick blast up the hill before taking her back. Absolutely marvellous. Whew, what a great bike this is. And noticeable difference from this and last year's model, which is surprising because it's such minor tweaks that they've done on the geometry at the front end. The torque peak is a little bit higher up the rev range, but it does seem to make quite a bit of difference, which I can't even understand why that would be. But hey, it's good though. It is definitely good. Very good. So let's run through my concluding thoughts. This bike is absolutely brilliant. Kawasaki have knocked it out of the park. Last year I thought the bike was great. This year it's, you know, quite a lot better actually. I mean, the handling is better, and that is noticeable, even though the back end does feel a little bit light. I don't know what that is. It may have just been the preload, because it is feeling a bit better now, but I did notice that when I jumped on straight away. Cannot put my finger on what that could possibly be, but it feels good. It rides well, you know. It does feel planted on the road. It doesn't feel like a heavy bike at all. The tech on it is great. I mean, having an up and down quick shifter is lovely. You do need to have quite a bit of throttle on for that to work nicely. If you do have to use the clutch is pretty light. It is a bit, I'm not sure about the give that they've got on there, but you know, it's fine. What else? Cruise control, yeah, that works. Easy to set and turn off, which is nice for someone like me, you know, where on some bikes I can never figure out how to turn it off. Had that with the Triumph Rocket when I took that one out. Mirrors are good, absolutely fine. They come out, I think, pretty much the same as what they did in the last one. So, you know, if you are filtering, you know, in the UK, where, you know, some of the gaps are a little bit tighter, you may want to just pull one of those in. They're not difficult to pull in. You just grab it and pull it in, you know, like that, and then you can put it back again. Not a problem, because they are slightly wider than the handlebars. That's why I think it'd be worthwhile doing that. The TFT screen is lovely, all very clear. This lean angle sensitivity thing, I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Because I know I'd have to turn it off, because part of me just wants to go and find a big roundabout at the moment and just go round it as quick as I can, leaning as much as I can to set the record on this bike, which the fact I'm thinking that wasn't good really, and I think everyone would think that in this situation. The seat is comfortable, maybe slightly more comfortable than last year, maybe not. Apparently it is, but you know, I can't notice that. But it was, you know, over a year ago that I rode the last one. What else? Yeah, seating position is good. I mean, I can sit upright here at the moment. My back is nice and straight. You know, it's not a problem at all. Or if you want to, you can really get down in when you're riding as well. So it's good. It's a great bike, this is. If you want just one bike and you want a sporty bike, and you know, you kind of want to do everything on there and you want to go away a little bit. Yeah, this is a great option, and the value of it, whew, it's a lot of value. It's a lot of value. I mean, what was it on? 10.99, so 11.99 if you're then getting the Tourer pack, which you're going to want, and that's in either the white or the green with this colour, another 200 quid. I think that's great value, really great value for what you're getting. So yeah, that's it. Would I have one? Oh yeah, another question, would I have one? I'm thinking about it. I am tempted to get one of these. I've been thinking about it a little while. It's lived up to my expectations, taking it for a ride as well. It's definitely on my list of potential upgrade bikes. So watch this space. I may get one, I may not sure yet. I'm still kind of deciding whether I want to get another bike this year or not. So yeah, many thanks to Lagunas for sorting me out this bike. You know, if it's a bike you're interested in, then please do pop in and check them out, because if it wasn't for those guys I wouldn't be able to do these reviews. Many thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do remember to hit that like button, maybe comment and say hello, especially if you're an owner of this bike. I'd love to hear from you guys, see how you're getting on with it. You know, and if you want to subscribe for my future content, that would be awesome. Anyway, hope you and family are well, and catch you for the next one. Cheers, bye.